After the tone, please say your name, followed by pound.
New Bergstrom.
Your call has been placed in conference. The following participant enters the conference. The following participant enters the conference.
Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Well, that's three of us.
The following participant enters the conference. Joe Morgan.
Hi, Joe Morgan.
Edgar.
Lee, are you there? Yes. Okay. Is everyone on?
No,
This
this is being broadcast on YouTube.
Can you sit closer to the microphone?
No.
Hello?
Yes. There you go.
Is that better off?
A little bit, yeah. Is everyone on?
No.
Joe Morgan here.
Hi, Joe Morgan.
We're waiting for $50.
I'm sorry, we're waiting for who?
Steve Allen.
Okay. Tom, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
How's the snow business?
Out of business right now.
Oh, is that a good thing?
Yeah. Last week was my last week, so.
Oh.
I'm retired again and
And Shara, are you there?
I am here.
Are you not still away?
No, we came back. She had a return.
Yeah, we're waiting on Steve, correct?
Yes.
Lee, do we have anyone from the general revenue?
We have 4 viewers right now.
I can't hear you. Sorry.
We have 4 viewers, now 5 viewers.
Everybody be clear.
None of yours. Not. They're listening to us currently on YouTube.
All right.
We're gonna get into the 90s down there tomorrow.
Yes.
2006.
Okay, so I can. So how about the other office numbers that I've tried to get? I'll call that right now. call. Oh my God, okay.
Yeah.
Is there a number?
Oh,
Oh, that right, yeah, just, Lee.
She's on the other phone, Bob.
Okay.
We're trying to get all the Steve.
Yeah, okay, I was gonna suggest that.
How's the weather up there?
Oh, it's great up here. You guys get any rain up there over the weekend?
On
The weekend? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't here, but my wife said it rained. Wow.
Yeah.
My husband tried to clear the lot of needles in the rain.
Ah.
So, well, he burned, and they were a little too wet to burn, so. Anyway.
When it rains heavy like that, as soon as you clean the lot, it's full again.
Right.
Have we had any luck with Steve Albers?
She's trying to sell right now.
Yeah.
She is. Actually, just tell me to call her. Tell me to call the teleconference now. Thank you. Bye. Who's got it?
Okay.
Bob?
Yes.
Yes. How did you think we weren't talking? Do you have, we're waiting for, I'm gonna put you on hold for just a second then, Rob, just one moment, please. New. Rob can't get on the YouTube, it's fine.
Yeah.
We're still waiting for 1 more minute. Right, we're not doing a video, it's just because my camera can't finish. So you should be able to.
The following participant enters the conference.
Steve. Sorry, everybody. No, it's all right. You're forgiven. Okay, Lee.
Yes.
We call the roll.
Yes.
Call the meeting to order.
You know, Bob McGinnis,
Yes.
Tom
Tom
Schneider,
Schneider. Here.
Sharon
Sharon
Tobias.
Tobias. Here.
Absent
Absent
is
is Dave Owen,
George
George
Paul,
Paul, and another one,
Paul
Paul
Penny.
Penny.
Also here is
Dave
Dave
Hicks, General Manager,
Lee
Lee Schmid,
New
New
Bergstrom.
Bergstrom.
With
With us on the line is Long Range Strategic Planning Committee member Joe Morgan,
and
and
in
in attendance is John Pedry
from
from MC Engineering. Okay, thank you. We have one item before us, but if there are any general members that are listening or are sitting there in the office, if there's anything they'd like to discuss that is not on the agenda, now is the time to do so. Staff, you'll have to help me out if somebody asks a question. Okay. No response?
We're currently checking response.
We're checking on that. Okay.
I'm gonna say no now,
we can revisit that. We haven't got any response yet. Okay, then can we revisit it later? We can do that. Okay. There is one matter on the agenda, and it has to do with the adoption of a resolution from the Board of Directors in support of a grant application. We can handle this one of two ways. We can present a motion to accept and talk about it during the discussion after the matter is seconded, or we can do the discussion first, whatever the pleasure of the board is.
This is Tom. I just have a couple of questions that I guess I'd like to discuss first.
Okay, we can do that.
Just in reviewing the information in the application and comparing it to, looking at it from a financial perspective that I do, it looked like, the material portion of it was pretty much in line. In fact, maybe it had been even a little lower than what we had projected going with new meters on all of the residences, when Dave put his information together based on his conversations with suppliers. It's the labor portion of it that kind of blew me away. Based on all the discussions that we had leading up to the point where we decided to start any types of grant. Our kind of plan that we had discussed, and it really hadn't got much further than that, was to find a way to get the installation done with supplemented by our folks. And so our total, we had another 100K or something like that in there to handle that type of thing. But when we look at the grant application, we have a labor portion in there that's more than the total that we had projected before. So that's just really caught me by surprise. And so I guess I want to make sure as this process moves forward that we're not locked into any of these dollars. And, that we're just agreeing to move forward with the grant process. And, as we find, if we can get the labor installation done in a different piece at a cheaper rate, then we're not going back to do that.
This is Steve. I have a question too, or a statement, should I say. On these, are we locked in to these dollars to only, I think I've asked this before, I just want to clarify, to only be spent on the meters? So would you get in trouble for using it for water infrastructure? I guess that's what I'm asking. Good. John?
Yeah, it's strictly for the meters. It's the meter program. There's a 2-year timeline. I think they're looking at December 2017 to have everything installed. So it's strictly is for meters and materials and labor. Well, labor is something that could become eligible, and I'll go into that a little bit later here as to how it could be eligible if you wanted to do a force account, but right now it's not in terms of how they have together.
Okay, so if we came way under, what happens with the extra money?
It would go back to them. Anything not spent for the program would go back to them the way the grant funds that were awarded.
Okay.
So
That's a stack bonus. Okay, I was not aware of that. Okay.
So the grant money is specific for all the materials.
Right now, it's strictly for all the materials. Now, about trying to allow some force account efforts, using your own people with the meters and maybe sharing the cost of the contractor that would do some of the heavy work. And then your crews could do the installation. But the problem we had trying to put the app together was a very tight timeline. Was that you did not have an indirect cost program approved. Which means that's something that needs to be done. You come up with indirect costs and your overhead rates, indirect salary rates, and that would have to be done by CPA to be able to get into the program to get the force account approved. They will allow you to use your own labor if necessary. But again, the timeline did not allow for that. So the hope is that we're in level 1 review, which means that we're in the hopper with everybody else. There are 3 levels of review for this program. Again, we're at 1. You get to level 1, that's a good sign that you can move forward. You get to level 2, they'll do some tweaking to the application. My thought was, and I told David is, if you want to maybe try to cut some of the costs, to get that $884,000 down to a number, by using your own labor, there may be some opportunity to do that at level 2. And so that's still a thought that's out there that may happen. I have not received the note from the USDR yet on that. This will talk to me because everything's Q2. I think the USDR will give me any information that can even a phone call return because we want to review. But there's some potential there to have some of those reduced costs that construction do using your own labor force. So I just want to throw that out.
They already asked you this, but maybe they want to know better. If we were to get the labor reduced, would that affect the amount that we get in materials?
As long as you're 50%. So, I mean, the labor reduced, yeah, if you're down to 400, you can have 400,000. See, my point is that if you have 400,000, then you would see some reduction. There's no question about that in terms of range. So it's a 50% match. Again, when I say that, you could go up to $750,000 if need be. So you could use some of that labor in the extra grant that you were going to increase your $750,000 limit. You're only at 663. So we could be some additional grant money to help a little bit, but again, it's speculation, not knowing what's going to happen at level 2 when we get this thing to move forward. So I hear what you're saying.
And if we are defining, different alternatives for the labor, that reduce the labor amount, that doesn't hurt our chances for continuing forward through the next step.
It should, again, we get to level 1, and they're willing to allow us to use force if you want to tweak that application, as long as you're not changing the grant. I think they would work with you. But again, you're going to have a CPA for an indirect cost program.
fairly easy to do, and then the employees are and so that can be done. So, yeah, there's some potential. Again, not knowing what everyone else to do with level 2 is the end of this one.
So these numbers that you have in the proposal here, do not include the direct.
Yeah, there's no direct cost, there's no force account, no labor from your company.
Well, we've never calculated, correct? And, well, again, why would we, at this point, why would we want to reduce it? I mean, we might as well let it fly the way it is right now. I mean, to me, I don't see the benefit of spending money to go to CPA to figure out what we can do with our own forces. It's just for a grant application.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point. There is a level 2, and then there's a level 3. Once you get to level 2, then there's another committee that will prioritize to make it through the level 2 position. At that point, when you prioritize, and again, how many apps they have, what the competition is, I can't tell you. They won't give you any information. So, again, my recommendation is just to move forward, get through the level 1 if you can get through it. Again, I don't know yet. But if we get through the level 1 and then the level 2, we can see if we can't make some adjustments and get some force account to try to lower your local share if possible. And there's other programs out there too that we can be looking at to try to match this program. So that's something I could talk about a little bit. There are SWRCD Proposition 1 has money available. They're asking for applications right now, believe it or not. They're moving fairly quickly with their program from the Department of Health Services and SWRCD. So there's a potential. I just got off the phone with one of their top people today. There is money available for meter installation. It may only be loan money, but it's 1.8% interest rate roughly. 20-year terms to pay that loan amount off of a local share. So there's other opportunities here to try to limit your liability and burden on that local share. So I just want to throw that out. Right now, this resolution is pretty good just to get through the level 1 step.
Okay. So we're sort of matching the funds and so forth, that'll be looked.
Years eligible for some grant.
So going back to Tom's question about the numbers that we currently have in the proposed resolution, are those numbers, in your opinion, going to confine us at all or cause
by confining, again, we're fairly conservative on our numbers. And my partner, Mark here, and a lot of the meter replacement programs around California. We work very closely with Golden State, Golden Measurements, with Rockwell, and with others. These are just numbers we came up with based on the math based on the study that was done for your development. So we feel pretty comfortable with the numbers. They need to be a little on the high end, but you can see that we have more local share than we do grants, so there's room to play with. I think median would be to get your local share down to 600,000 or close to what the grant is. And that's even better to get that. I think we could if we start penciling this in. But the numbers are good enough, correct?
So, just another question. Are there other costs as we go through these steps? Any other fees or I don't know, that the state requires that we pay
No, I think
Okay,
there's
the road project.
no other hidden costs.
There's no other
costs. And the trick of this is when you get to level 3, you start looking at your agreements. You know, the attorney, you may not like the USBR agreement. I can tell you that some of these agreements are different. I've done a lot of SWR, CD state agreements for grants and loans. Recently just had an attorney that spent a month and a half working with the state agreement trying to get it to work in favor of the district. It wasn't successful though. But yeah, they have an agreement, and you'll have to look at, sign, there'll be stipulations, there'll be conditions. And even at that point, you may say, hey, I just don't want to go forward. I just don't think this agreement's in our favor. So you may not want to go forward even after seeing the agreement if you did that for me.
Okay. Any other questions?
Actually, this is Sharon. I have some questions. So, and maybe you got answered this one, but I only got the application about an hour ago. So I was too really surprised at the prices. I was wondering where, if these were based on actual and other projects for meters, or where the cost they come from.
Well, the materials came from other projects, yes. The labor is a whole other story, just because of the type of situation you have here. In some cases, you already have boxes in the ground, you have services. Some cases, you do not have meter boxes. So it was a whole gamut of situations in terms of site-specific issues. So we did the best we could, I think, and Dave, you can correct me, there has been some contractors that have given some informal quotes as to what it would take to install the meters, whether it's a new box, whether it's a service line. So we have some of those numbers that we feel are fairly close. Again, we're conservative. It's better to be higher than lower. But these numbers we feel fairly confident with. And so, yeah, it does come from other agencies and past experience. Yeah.
Go ahead, Sharon. Any other questions?
I guess I don't really, I think the only other question had to do with the schedule in the application. It said we'd be done by May 2016, but I think that was just a typo, so.
I counted the schedule out to be about 19 months.
Yeah. And you have a 2-year window once you get the grant award. And my feeling is, by the time you get through this whole process, and I'm not real totally familiar with the USBR and their program, but, you know, you're looking at probably October, November to be able to say, okay, I have a contract, we got to start work. So you're looking at 2 years from there. That's why I say December 2017 is roughly the timeline to get these meters in. And they give you a 2-year window, that's it. They want them in, once you get the award, you have 2 years to get these meters in. And that'll be a stipulation if you get an agreement, that will be on the agreement.
So I just thought something. So we say it goes through the steps and we get the grant. Do we get that money up front, or is it throughout the process or at the end, or how does that work?
Yeah, tough one. No need answer, but let me just say, the SWRCD will do progress payments, the state water one. I'm doing 2 projects right now, one wastewater, one water. They'll allow you to get the progress payments together, and every month they'll review the progress payments. They'll send you a check. This program, they'll don't know. I would assume that you would bill them monthly, and then they would pay you accordingly. There's some that would have to manage, but again, it's speculation. But I would think on a monthly basis you would bill for your costs.
And of course, the grant spell all that out. Generally, grants require some dedication on our staffing part to ensure that all this is completed.
That's correct.
And then sometimes that counts as any kind of matching for grant, for matching money purposes.
Yeah, that's correct. And it just, this is kind of a rare grant program. I see rare, right? It's one of those, they don't give a lot of money out each year. I think a max of $6 million. It's one of those that, I'm really not totally familiar with, other than talking with them on the phone prior to my submittal of the application, because after that they won't talk to me. But yeah, there are very few of these out there, and I think what we would do, in my opinion, my recommendation would be after the level 1 approval, when we get to level 2, make some phone calls, find out who some prior applicants were, get some information from them, ask them some of those questions a little bit more specifically. What if there's difficulties, what some of those difficulties may have been. But yeah, I would recommend we do that. But this, I think getting through level 1 is really the key at this point.
Right. What's the duration between level 1 and level 2?
Yeah, these kids, I've worked with a lot of grant agencies. You name it, I've worked with. This is one of the first of these guys. There's 2 people I've met with, talked with, hard to get a hold of, hard to get them on the phone. They're a federal agency, they're not a state agency. Good or bad, it's just tough to get answers. Timeline-wise, talking with them, we're probably looking at maybe towards the end of being through level 2, and then probably around August, September, be my guess, would be a level 3 at that point, really prioritize. Hopefully the awards will be by October, like I said, so that's kind of my best guess based on talking with them.
September at the end of the fiscal year, right?
Right.
They may want to get it out before then.
And they may.
Steve, not for high speed, I should say that. It just seems really gray, the whole thing. But, hopefully it's going to go to the right people. Yeah. You're right, there is some grayness because when we haven't done it before. And as we get deeper in these applications, every grading authority is a little bit different. Right. But for sure, we don't ask, we won't get anything.
Can I also say, can I jump in again? Having this application prepared, it's good information. It's good information for many reasons. One in particular is that there's other grant and loan programs popping up out there. Problem being money that's going to be allocated to different agencies, whether it's a state water board, whether it's another agency, Department of Water Resources, whoever. There may be that opportunity to use this information and to carry it forward. So regardless, I think the potential exists. I really believe that you should be looking at doing an indirect cost report that would have the information on your local share through force account efforts. So I think it's a good start. I think it's a good start in fact it opens the door for I think other opportunities.
Great. Yeah. That's good. Other questions? You already showed this?
Yes, and I wanted to talk with Dave this morning, so I got free to move it, so I come back to Dave.
Okay. Any other members of the board have any questions of Mr. Kennedy? Will you motion to move this back forward? This is Steve, I make a motion to go with the resolution as written, adopt the resolution. Adopt the resolution as written. Is there a second?
This is Tom, I second.
Okay, other question? All in favor? This is Steve Myers. Aye.
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 And the chair votes aye. Lee, are you there?
Yes?
Probably no notice in the title where it says Blue Express Field Water Company. Darn it. Yeah.
Did you want that fixed?
Well, I would, yeah. We are the water company. And Bob, you're signing it. Yeah. But it all spelled right. Right. Okay, we'll get that done.
We will need to assign this a resolution number, and I have that all down also.
Yeah, we'll do that, and I'll fax you a signature if you want to do it that way. If you want to fax the document, I'll sign it and fax it back.
All right.
That'd be acceptable, John?
Yeah, that's perfect. We need to get it out hopefully no later than tomorrow. We can email it.
Day before yesterday.
Yeah,
We'll get it done the day before yesterday.
there we go.
Okay. Any other questions or comments on this thing?
No.
Okay, if there's
No. None coming forward.
Okay. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
This is Tom, I make a motion to adjourn.
So, thank you very much. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Following participants have left the conference.
Here's my.
The following participants have left the conference. The following participants have left the conference. The following participants have left the conference. The following participants have left the conference.
Lake Springs Water, this is Lee, hi. Yes. Yes.
We're done.
Okay, well, can we change that and say can Dave sign it as assistant secretary? I don't know who, it doesn't always call for the president of the board.
So how we do that, we have to care about.
Okay. Okay, I will have to, we in the office did not type this up, Michael